Welcome back to Bike to Wheel World. Today, we're taking a detailed look at one of the most interesting motorcycles connected to BMW Motorrad's new middleweight strategy, the 2026 BMW R450. Before we begin, there is an important point about the name. BMW's officially launched 450 platform is the F450 GS, while reports have discussed an F450R naked version as a future model. BMW itself describes the F450 GS as a new lightweight twin-cylinder motorcycle producing 48 horsepower, while reports suggest the street-oriented F450R could use the same basic engine platform. So, in this video, when we say BMW R450, we're referring to the expected road-focused 450cc BMW concept rather than presenting every rumored specification as officially confirmed. And that distinction is important because the idea behind a BMW 450 is extremely appealing. BMW Motorrad has traditionally been associated with premium engineering, sophisticated electronics, touring ability, and distinctive styling. Now the company is moving deeper into the middleweight segment, where riders want something lighter and more manageable than a large-capacity motorcycle without giving up the premium experience. The F450 GS demonstrates that BMW has developed a new parallel twin platform specifically for this category, and the rumored R version could give that platform a completely different personality. From the first look, the expected BMW R450 has the potential to be a very attractive motorcycle because a naked road bike does not need the bulky adventure equipment of a GS. Instead, the design can focus on a compact fuel tank, exposed mechanical components, a sharp front section, an upright handlebar, a slim tail, and muscular proportions. Think of it as a motorcycle designed around the rider rather than around a large adventure body. The front section would likely be one of the most recognizable parts of the motorcycle. BMW has increasingly developed its own visual identity through compact LED lighting, angular bodywork, and carefully integrated technology. On an R450-style naked bike, the headlight could be compact and positioned close to the steering assembly, giving the motorcycle a modern and aggressive face without making it look unnecessarily complicated. The fuel tank is another important design element. A middleweight naked motorcycle needs to look substantial while remaining easy to control. BMW's challenge is therefore to create enough visual muscle around the tank while keeping the actual motorcycle relatively narrow. A sculpted tank could provide useful knee contact points and give the rider a natural position during cornering and acceleration. Moving toward the side of the bike, the engine becomes an important part of the visual identity. The new BMW 450 platform uses a two-cylinder engine, and BMW describes the F450 GS power unit as lightweight, compact, and designed to provide strong performance in a relatively light motorcycle. The production F450 GS is listed as 48 horsepower and approximately 178 kilograms, which gives us a useful indication of the engineering philosophy behind this new platform. For the road-focused R450, that same basic engine could become even more interesting. A naked bike does not need the same priorities as an adventure motorcycle. BMW could potentially adjust gearing, throttle response, suspension settings, and overall ergonomics to create a sharper street character. Current reports specifically suggest that a future F450R could use the same 420cc parallel twin engine producing around 48 horsepower and 43 Nm of torque, although those are specific figures should be treated as reported rather than final BMW specifications. What does that mean on the road? In practical terms, this engine size sits in a very useful middle ground. It should offer considerably more performance potential than a small entry-level motorcycle while remaining less intimidating and less demanding than a high-capacity superbike. For everyday riding, that balance can be more valuable than a huge horsepower figure. The engine character could be one of the biggest reasons to choose this motorcycle. A twin-cylinder configuration can provide a useful combination of smoothness, mid-range torque, compact packaging, and a satisfying exhaust character. Instead of constantly needing very high engine speeds to make progress, a well-tuned twin can deliver usable acceleration across a broad part of the rev range. For city riding, This is especially important. A motorcycle like the R450 should feel manageable when filtering through traffic, making U-turns, leaving intersections, and dealing with constantly changing speeds. The relatively compact dimensions of a middleweight machine can make it easier to place accurately on the road. Once the road opens up, the 450 platform should have enough performance for confident highway cruising. The exact top speed of an R450 has not been officially established, so we would not present a specific figure as confirmed. Instead, the focus should be on acceleration, gearing, stability, and usable performance rather than chasing a headline top speed number. And this is where BMW's chassis philosophy could make the R450 especially interesting. The company has experience building motorcycles that combine responsive handling with long-distance stability. On a road-focused 450, that could translate into a compact wheelbase, controlled steering response, quality suspension components, and strong braking performance. A naked motorcycle also benefits from an upright riding position. The handlebar can provide leverage while the rider remains relatively relaxed. That makes the bike suitable for commuting during the week and enthusiastic road riding on the weekend. It is the kind of versatility that has made the middleweight naked category so competitive. Braking performance will naturally be another major consideration, although final R450 component specifications should be confirmed when BMW officially releases the model. The motorcycle would be expected to use modern disc brakes with ABS and a braking system matched to its lightweight chassis. The goal should not simply be maximum stopping force. Progressive lever feel and predictable control are equally important. Electronic technology could be another major selling point. BMW has increasingly brought sophisticated rider aids into smaller motorcycles. The existing F450 GS, for example, offers modern electronic equipment and optional shift assistant Pro, which allows clutchless gear changes. If comparable technology reaches a future R450, it could give the motorcycle a premium advantage over many traditional 400 to 500 cc competitors. Riding modes, traction management, ABS functions, a modern digital display, and smartphone connectivity could all contribute to the feeling that this is a smaller motorcycle with big bike technology. That display itself would likely be one of the most important elements for everyday usability. A clear digital instrument panel can provide speed, engine information, fuel data, riding mode information, navigation or connectivity features where supported, and warning messages without forcing the rider to search through complicated menus. But technology should support the riding experience rather than dominate it. The best motorcycle is still one that feels natural when the electronics are working quietly in the background. Comfort is another area where a BMW R450 could make a strong impression. Because the motorcycle is expected to be aimed at road riders, the seat should provide enough support for longer journeys while still allowing easy movement around town. The riding triangle should ideally offer a balance between sporty control and relaxed ergonomics.